Okay, so here's the swarm that I caught. It's been, I think it's been 2 days. It might have been 1 day. But I came out today to see that they're on the outside, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. If that's the whole swarm or just part of them, and there's too many bees to go into this box. I'm not sure what's happening, but we can take this camera off for a second and put it down here. It's kind of in the shadows, but you can see it's where all the bees are. There's a lot of bees down here. There we go. So it almost looks like they're all on the outside. Maybe they didn't like how much lemongrass oil was on that frame. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try to take this whole unit. If you see, it's on a board. Set it in my cart and take it to where I'm going to install these bees. We have a big storm coming in about an hour or two, and I thought it would be a good time to get them out of here and put them in a permanent place. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to try to pick up that whole thing and set it in that cart without disturbing the bees. We'll see what happens. I really wish I had a net or something like that to put over them, but I don't. So this here, put this on the side in case they fall out that way. We'll kind of keep them. We'll keep them. I'm going to slide this forward gently in there like that. Reach under here. Pick this whole thing up. It just barely fits on my cart, thank God, because I didn't even think about the board being too big. All right, now let's try to drive with the swarm. We got a ways to go. So far, they're moving a little bit, but they're just jiggling. They haven't fallen. So I'm hoping that they don't fall. I'm just going to go real slow. My path is not real bumpy, but it's not super smooth either. So you can see them flexing. See them moving like that. And they're holding together. See the path all the way down along this trail. And there's hives all the way along here. And the problem is the roots. Even though there's lots of grass here, there's 45-foot pine trees with some of the roots that are almost coming up out of the ground. So you kind of got to watch because they're hiding in the grass. And if I hit one of those roots with my cart too fast, then the whole swarm is going to bounce off of there, and I don't want them to have to fly around in this storm that we're getting ready to have. So, uh-oh, I hit something. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, I think it was my smoker. My smoker fell off. And now I'm going to run it over. Let's not do that. That'll make a big bump. Oh yeah, here it is. I had it hanging on the side of my... All right. Let's try that again. There we go. They're still in there, bouncing around. All right, we're going back this way. I'm gonna face the front again. We're gonna go nice and slow. Down this little trail, which you can't really see because of all the grass and the weeds, but there's a trail here. It goes all the way behind my hive stands. I designed this so I could drive the tractor, one tractor width behind my hive stands, right up against the tree line here. And then all the hives face out into a large clearing. If you watched my video on hive placement, you saw the area. So here we go. We got a little creek bed that we're going to go over. This is the worst part right here. If we can get across this, whew, man, they really moved that time. I just saw the whole thing just like flex out. And they're starting to get a little agitated now. I hear them making noise. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. We're almost there, so I'm going to go real slow over these bumps. I think we're gonna make it. Those were the two worst areas. There's a little stream that runs through there, a little drainage ditch that I had to drive over. Okay, we're here. Actually, we're too far. It's the wrong hive. I was here a while ago. I guess it's a little harder to figure it out when you're going backwards. This is the one we want to put it into. I'm going to put the camera on the front side here so we can see what's going on. Okay. So what's going on here is this is one of my double nucleus colony that was overwintered that we looked at the beginning of the season in March, and this side went queenless, and I didn't know it because there were so many bees, and there really isn't anything going on this side at all. There's a bunch of honey in here. I don't know if this side stored it or if these bees stored it before they went away. And so what I'm going to do is put that swarm in this side of this double nucleus colony, and we're going to see if we can get them in there before the storm comes. So I got this honey super on here. They're not really doing anything with it. Unfortunately, they're storing all the honey in the in there. And of course, they're on me because there's a storm coming and they are not happy. But I'm going to cover that side. With a cover so that they're not being bothered. Because if you know anything about honeybees, the worst time to open the bees is when the storm is coming. They do not like it at all. They can sense the weather change a lot better than we can, and they don't like it. So again, this side here, there's nothing in it. There's a few bees from that other side. I'm not sure if they think it's their honey or not, but this is a full honey super. This deep is full, and there's a few bees in here. I'm going to take all these frames out, and there's more honey in there too. So they're just, I think they're just, this side is using this as an auxiliary nectar storage. So they're probably not going to be happy that I installed some bees in here, but there's not going to be a whole lot that they can do about it because this is a large swarm, and I think they'll be able to protect themselves pretty easily, hopefully. So it's going to be kind of tricky because I have that big thing on the side there. So I'm probably just going to pick that thing up. And try to scooch them in there. It's the only thing I can think of. This is probably the craziest swarm that I've ever seen. I'm going to try to slide this to the edge and then pop those beads down into that box. This little maneuver would be a lot easier if I had some help, but the question is there any bees on those frames? And I don't really know. I couldn't open it before I did this because I would have lost that big cluster. So I can look under here and I can see that there's not very many bees in there. So for whatever reason, they don't like those frames. So I'm going to pop them right down in this box. Now there are bees in there. I just couldn't see them. So, but what happens now is they have a ton more room than they had, because they have that box down here, they have this box, and then they're going to have the what basically is a honey super. I'm looking for the queen rather quickly, but I'm hoping that these bees don't try to go back to that spot that they were at. The problem with looking for the queen is that she could be a virgin or nearly a virgin, and she'll be small and hard to see and all of that. And so going in more than I thought they would. Just gonna smoke right up here. Not gonna smoke down into that box to scare them. I'm just gonna smoke across here to get the rest of those out of that little junction there, so that I can put that box on there without squishing a million bees. So that went a lot easier than I thought it was going to at this point, to tell you the truth. I didn't know that it was going to be that easy. And right now they're finding out that they're in a box with the smell of another queen and whatnot, and who knows. And I'll give them another few days to see, and then I'll check it to see if there's a queen in there. Now I gotta take these frames of nectar and put them somewhere, because dump those bees off, they'll fly back into there. Even though alright, well that went very nicely. I'm pretty happy with that. Hardly any bees on the ground. And put this back on here. And that's going to be good for the swarm introduction. And that'll be good. These are really, oh, I don't have that super on there. I forgot I had that on there. They're not even really working that. It's an old type super. It'll stir them up some more. They'll be real happy now. I know why you wear a Beesuit. I'm smelling banana, man. When you smell banana, that means it's there. The alarm pheromone, and they are not happy. I don't know how many bees I got on my little thing here. Quite a few. They think this is a raccoon, so I always wear a hat. My hair looks just like that, black and gray. Here, calm them down. They'll get back into their things like they're supposed to. I'm gonna put a cover on this and just leave it. And the other bees will just get in here, take this nectar out. Or I'll use this for another swarm, because we might have another one in another day or two. So hopefully we've got some good information out of that. And I'll do an update in a day or two. See if the queen is starting to lay. I didn't see anything that looked like a queen laying eggs, but they did clean all those combs out that they put in there 2 days ago, and they're ready to go. So I'm going to head out of here because the bees are going crazy. Well, if you'd like to become a better beekeeper, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.